What if I told you there's a planar IEM that doesn't just aim to compete in its price bracket, but generally tries to punch above it, in build, in sound and even in purpose. Today we're talking about the Hidizs MP145 PRO, a 14.5mm ultra precision nano-grade planar magnetic IEM that looks bold, feels premium and carries a message bigger than audio itself. This isn't just a refresh, it's a refinement, and by the end of this video you'll know whether the MP45 deserves a spot in your rotation or if it's just another pretty face in a crowded planar market. Let's get into it. The Hidizs MP145 PRO builds on the legacy of the original MP145, but takes things further in finesse, tuning, precision and overall maturity. At the heart of this IEM is a massive 14.5mm planar magnetic driver. And yes, that's large for an IEM. Planar drivers operate differently from dynamic drivers. Instead of moving a cone from a single point, they move an ultra-thin diaphragm evenly across its entire surface, using a magnetic force. The result? Faster transients, lower distortion and exceptional control. Hidizs uses what they call a nano-grade diaphragm, ultra-thin, ultra-light, designed for speed and accuracy. That translates to crisp detail retrieval and impressive layering. Build-wise, the shells are crafted from CNC machined aluminum alloy. They're bold, sculpted and feel premium in hand. The design is inspired by the ocean, and that's intentional. Because the MP145 PRO is part of Hidizs' Save the Whale, Save the World mission. A portion of their campaign and branding focuses on ocean conservation awareness. It's not just aesthetic, it's a reminder that audio companies can stand for something more than specs and sales. Comfort has been refined too. Despite the large driver, the shell ergonomics are surprisingly manageable. Isolation is solid and the detachable cable system gives you flexibility for upgrades. And powering this IEM for today's review is the iBasso DX340, a high-performance DAB that provides clean, powerful output, ensuring we're hearing the MP145 PRO at its full potential. So, on paper, big driver, premium materials, planar speed, environmental message, but how does it actually sound? Let's break this down using two completely different tracks. First up, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Right away the bass line tells you what kind of planar this is. It's tight, clean, controlled. There's no bloom, no excessive warmth. The sub bass reaches deep but stays disciplined. On the DX340 the bass has authority without smearing into the mids. Michael's vocals sit slightly forward but remain smooth. The MP145 PRO doesn't exaggerate upper mids, so there's clarity without harshness. Cymbals and hi-hats have that planar crispness. Fast decay, excellent separation. You can really hear the micro details in the background percussion. Now let's switch gears completely. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. This is where layering and staging matter. The MP145 PRO handles the complex vocal harmonies beautifully. There's strong instrument separation and the planar driver keeps everything coherent, even when the track gets busy. The soundstage isn't artificially wide, it's more natural and well proportioned. Imaging is precise, you can pinpoint vocal layers and guitar placements with confidence. Treble extension is clean and airy, but not piercing. There's detail, but it's controlled detail. The Pro's tuning feels slightly more balanced and refined than older planar tunings that sometimes chased brightness. Overall tonal balance, slightly neutral with a tasteful lift in the sub-bass and upper clarity. It feels mature, technical, but still musical. On the DX340, dynamics scale nicely. Give it good power and it rewards you with improved control and staging depth. Let's briefly compare it to the Kiwi Ears Aether. The Aether leans towards a slightly more energetic presentation in the upper mids and treble. It feels a bit more forward and exciting out of the box. The MP145 Pro, on the other hand, feels more composed and controlled. Bass on the MP145 Pro has a touch more depth and authority, while the Aether can feel slightly brighter and more analytical. In terms of technicalities, both perform strongly for their class, but the MP145 Pro edges ahead in bass texture and overall smoothness, especially during longer listening sessions. If you prefer sparkle and energy, the Aether may grab you first. If you value balance, control and a slightly more refined tuning, the MP145 Pro feels more complete. Let's start with the downsides. The shells, while beautifully built, are still on the larger side. For smaller ears, long sessions might require tip rolling to get the perfect fit. The planar driver also benefits from a capable source. While it can run from modest devices, it truly shines when properly powered, meaning casual smartphone users may not unlock its full potential. Additionally, if you're someone who craves heavy mid-bass warmth or lush romantic tuning, this more controlled and neutral-leaning signature might feel slightly restrained. Now the positives. The build quality is genuinely premium at this price point. The tuning is balanced and mature, avoiding that common planar pitfall of harsh treble. The bass is tight and extended without overwhelming the mids. Detail retrieval is excellent and instrument separation is clean and convincing. Most importantly, it feels cohesive. Nothing sounds artificially boosted just to impress on first listen. It grows on you, and that's often the mark of a well-tuned IEM. The Hidizs MP145 PRO isn't trying to be flashy for the sake of it. It's trying to refine the planar formula, and mostly succeeds. It delivers technical performance, controlled bass, smooth clarity and solid staging in a beautifully built shell that carries a meaningful message about protecting our oceans. Paired with a capable source, it becomes a confident, mature performer that can handle everything from pop and rock to orchestral and acoustic tracks. Is it the most exciting planar ever made? Maybe not. Is it one of the most balanced and refined in its segment? Absolutely. If you value control, detail and tuning, you can listen to it for hours without fatigue. The MP145 deserves serious consideration. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, let me know what you'd like to see compared next. And as always, happy listening!